Hey, West Up, it's West Coast Wednesday. So I got a quick word for preachers and the congregants, right? The flock, the sheep. Um, so preachers, you don't have to fix every broken marriage, especially at the expense of neglecting your own, right? You know, a lot of times we go and save or try to save everybody else's situation, their kids. We try to save them in their financial situations. We try to save everybody else and neglect our own selves or our own households or our own, mental health or whatever it is. We neglect us in order to save everybody else. I don't necessarily believe that that's the call of the preacher, teacher, pastor to save people in their situations. I think that even when we get their burdens, right, because we're supposed to carry the burdens of one another. Even as we carry other people's burdens, I'm going to go and grab your burdens like you're not going through this by yourself. I still remember that Jesus has told me to exchange my burdens for his. So as I carry and I grab this burden from you, I don't have to carry it. I toss it over to Jesus. Jesus, it's yours. What I'm going to do is pray. I'm going to fast. I'm going to even hang out and talk with you through some stuff, but I'm not going to carry that stuff because if it doesn't make it, if it's not successful, if the marriage fails, if the kids never get right, I can't own that. I can't take that and say that it's because of me or something I did or I didn't do. Oftentimes, those situations are based off of obedience and things that they do or don't do. That has nothing to do with you. You just make sure you point people to the right place and to the right places and give them wise kingdom advice, spiritual advice, heavenly advice. But you don't carry that stuff. You get it, you grab them, let them know I'm rocking with you. I'm gonna go with you through this stuff. But you toss it to Jesus like I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix him. I don't know how to fix her. But you do, right? So don't take on the burdens of everybody else without adequately tossing them over to Jesus. You the assist man. You don't have to score the point. Jesus does the scoring. That's for the preachers, for the congregants, for the flock. Man, love on your preacher. I know a lot of preachers be out there, doing too much. And as far as, their lifestyle and things of that nature. But the preachers I know, I don't know any preachers personally. And I know a lot of preachers that be doing too much and be, riding around in Rolls Royces and all that kind of stuff and, misappropriating funds. It's not my folks. They would love for you to send them some food from their favorite restaurant. They would love for you to call them and say, how you doing? Man, I know you love, the Lakers. Man, how do you feel about basketball coming back? And just having small talk. All right, man, I didn't really want anything, just want to tap in. Or call them and say, man, how are you doing? How's your grandkids? How are your kids? Or calling them and saying, you know what? I called to pray with you. They be like, what? You done been at the church 40 years. I ain't never heard you pray. You don't even close your eyes when I'm saying my prayers. So they're going to love it. It's going to make them feel some kind of way, in a good way. So for preachers, man, I just want to encourage y'all, especially in this season of this pandemic and protests and problems and pain everywhere. You start carrying all that stuff, man, it's going to weigh you down. And then you're going to misappropriate that energy and you're going to put it into something else. Maybe not necessarily your own situation, like what your wife is going through during this pandemic or what your kids are feeling during this pandemic. So make sure you get that stuff. God has built you to be able to grab that stuff, but you toss it to Jesus. Let him handle it. Cast all your cares, right? Like, I don't know why we hold this stuff. You toss it to Jesus, and then make sure that you're taking care of yourself, whatever that looks like, how that looks like. If it's watching Netflix and chilling, if it's you and your boo walking down the street, holding hands, laughing at everybody, whatever it is, you do that with your mask on. And then for the congregants, man, love on your preachers, man. Call him up, holler at him. He needs prayer too. He needs to know that people care about him as he is caring about 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000 people. That's it. Y'all stay blessed and y'all stay west.